let these people change you, baby. Do what you gotta do, man. If they don't want to accept your material, man, do it yourself, man.
What the fuck is going on? It's like halfway between one scene and halfway between another scene. I've never seen this. How does this happen? What the fuck was that? Also, hi? But, what the fuck? How did it do that? Alright, whatever. Yo, what up, Sam? How's it going, man? Woo! The screenshot turned out beautiful! We gotta copy paste it, and then we can go live. Oh, did I delete my... No, we're good. I'm doing good. Just dumb stress, though, like always. I want it to go away. I want to be able to just start up a stream and not have to brain and just relax. But I think it's going to be a couple of years before I no longer have BS stress issues from the shit that I've been through. As soon as I ask, what up, Pulsage? Hey, man. Been a minute. Well, I just talked to you, but it's been a minute since I've seen you in the stream chats. My. Oh, wait, you gonna say the hair? Yeah, we're growing it out, man. I was fucking gonna get a haircut, like... hold on, I gotta finish typing. I was gonna get a haircut... like a week ago? A week? Because I want to trim up, like, the back and shit, and... I don't know, there's probably shit they could do with it to make it look a little bit better, and then still grow it out more. But I'm broke. So I gotta wait like another week and a half till I get paid back, and then I can probably go get a cut. Just messaged on Discord and I got no diff. Wait, did you send me a DM also? Ah, I did not. I don't. You gotta DM not Sparktite if you want to get my attention at any like when I'm streaming, when I'm live. If you DM me and I don't respond, it's because I won't hear the DM notifications because I have it silenced on there. Because otherwise I get like pings up the ass all day and I don't know what they are and I don't want to be hearing them. So I leave alerts on my laptop that I hear, and then that's not Sparktite, and then I don't hear shit from the desktop. Let's see. Got 2 man, you playing on stream tonight? When you think? Oh, where was that? Oh, like 3 minutes ago. Link in profile 2, and then I need to figure out where I'm gonna fit this, and then we get to game. I'll put this. I mean, it's legible, so it can go anywhere. This picture's so juicy! Yeah. Alright, this side, I think? You were about to stream, that's why I messaged. Yeah. No, it's just funny, the timing. Ooh, lizard doggo, you found anything new? Oh wait, no, it's just more copper. Where's my junk stuff? Is it? I think I keep copper up here. I wish I could pet the lizard doggo. It says, I think when you're taming them, it says you can pet them, but you don't actually pet them. Also, I think it's a lobster doggo, not a lizard doggo. Are we running 60 FPS right now? I've been worrying about that. Looks like we are. Alright. I have fucking notes and plans and things, and I don't know how invested I want to get in today, but I either you know what, I could probably just like kill you guys and then load a save or something if I wanted. Wait, hold on, I know how to do this. Jumpy. Sure. I just, in case I die. I mean, I guess the last save isn't that far back. Oh shit. Not gonna be able to see it for a minute. I have a base. See that square shape? I have a base way over there. And I have trucks delivering the stuff. Like, oops. I have trucks delivering all the stuff down to here. And I think I have to use conveyor belts because... Did I get far away from where I launched? Yeah, I did. What the hell? I think that might bottleneck my whole, like, production and everything. Oh, why am I lagging? And I don't want that to happen, so I need to run conveyor belts all along that coast. Or I could go get, I have, like, a copper spot out here. There's a marker on my compass, D copper. And I gotta run that copper all the way over to here somewhere through belts. And that's like brainless work, so I might save that for later. But I want to have the copper running up here so that, so basically when I'm building everything and figuring out where things are gonna go, I'll know where the belt is and where it's coming from. I can sort of like roughly estimate where it's gonna be coming from though. And then I'll build around that. So I don't know if I want to go get the copper, if I want to just start building. Because I gotta overhaul this whole base. It is not optimal, and I gotta expand the thing. We're gonna be building supercomputers. Or, well, manufacturing supercomputers? Let's see what I have note-wise. I was thinking I could move my current constructors and shit around and put the storage things there, make space for everything. I think I'll probably build first. I don't like tearing apart my base though. And I can figure out where I want to bring the copper in. And I'll probably just keep the oil stuff coming in, like plastics and rubbers, coming in from the same spots. Yeah, fuck it. Let's get cracking. Wait. So not used to normal run speed. There we go. I wish I could equip both of these things at the same time. God damn it. Why are we... Feels like the game's running at like 15 FPS. I haven't seen any trailers of this, but the gameplay looks interesting. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Apparently, I don't know if I could ever get it to work, but there's Naruto emotes and a Naruto run that are like Easter eggs. You just have to spam it and it's luck. Oh, I just fucking had it and I canceled it. There's lots of fun little shit going on that I love. Vehicles and exploration to be done, but this is not going to be an exploration day. I already spent like, I could show it to you guys, if you want to see Posage. I have, what is it, geothermal plants, and they're out in the middle of nowhere, and they're fucking beautiful. I hear noises outside the house that have been driving me nuts. I don't know, there's no way wind could be that loud. Come on! We had it! We fucking had it! And if I go any faster than this, I'm gonna hit T again. And it's... Oh, I'm gonna be so mad. I haven't actually seen it in-game myself yet. I just... Maybe if you spam it like... No. I've just seen on like the Facebook group and Reddit the videos of people doing it. Alright, for sure. Fuck this. I can't believe I almost had it. Which jumps did we use? I guess we can use this. Why do you that's on stream too, isn't it? The frame rate gets chunky. And it's driving me absolutely nuts. Alright, I have saves, I don't gotta worry. This is a glitch, obviously, but... Is that high enough? I need to compare speeds to see, like, there's another method of doing this glitch that might actually be faster than the way I'm doing it, which is just using conveyor belts to speed up my movement speed. If you got the perms, yeah, otherwise I could give you the perms. The map's fucking huge. And I love it. Yo.
Hey man, what's up?
Not much, man. Just playing Satisfactory.
Holy crap, are you really low in my headset? I don't know if it's my headset or it's you.
It might be me. I've kind of like changed my setup to be a bit quieter because it's further away and stuff.
Hmm. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, I only saw gameplay of this, so like, I don't really know the gist of it. I just know that you can make like, I don't know, you can make cities. I think, I don't know.
You can make like bases. I guess you could call them cities. It's like, have you seen anything about this game called Factorio?
Factoria? No.
It's basically that game, but in 3D. So essentially what you're doing is you're building factories or like assembly lines of stuff on an alien planet. And in Factorio, the end game goal is to get off planet with like all the resources and shit that you've like got together. On this one, there's no like real end game or any plans for it yet. It's just early access, and the idea is you are on an alien planet and you want to just get all the resources out and automate everything and build things, and you can make cities with friends. You can do lots of neat stuff. Oops, wrong side of the ladder.
So are you in like, is this like unlimited like creative mode, or is there like a mode where it's like survival or what?
It's pretty much just survival. I think there's a modding like scene that's part of a Discord, and it's kind of like hush hush, and you could probably do stuff on there, but you would have to know how to like mod to get that stuff going, or
yeah.
you'd have to join like a server.
Yeah, I was just wondering if this was like an unlimited mode or something like that, because you have like a lot of shit going on out there.
Yeah, no, I've been playing this like hardcore lately. I don't know how many like hundreds of hours I have in here, but it's probably at least like 100 some, 200. But yeah, I'm using a glitch to go around, and then all that stuff's like not even that big. I'm like about to do the big hurdle of like supercomputers.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, because I thought you were flying and you said it was a glitch, so I was confused. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I basically fell off the face of Discord and all that. I stopped streaming.
Yeah.
I only streamed a few times. It was pretty cool. Like Darksiders 3, playing through that entire thing. Oh man.
Yeah. Did you beat it and everything?
Oh yeah, definitely. Some streams it was a bit awkward because I got stuck a bit, but I got through it. So there was a consistent yeah, there was a consistent viewer that kept, like, stuck through the entire thing, and yeah, he actually asked for help, and I helped him with it. So,
Nice.
so that was cool.
I don't think I ever put down beacons to mark where the. I have like 2 different spots where the geysers are at.
So how's your consistent view count? Is it a thing yet?
No, not really. It was a lot better. Like about a year ago, everything was kind of trending upward, and then it kind of just like sank. And I don't really have anything to pin it on or specific like what could have caused it to kind of dip. I think there's just more streamers, and it's just getting more saturated.
Yeah. It was probably around the time when I started watching you, probably.
Yeah. But I'm trying to get back there to see if I can do that. I'm just having a really like hard time sticking to a single game. I'm kind of feeling a bit burnt out, and all this stress that I bottled up from like basically going homeless and shit going on in my life that I had no control over. That shit is like kind of slowly bubbling up because now I have time to deal with it. So yeah, shit's just kind of slow.
I didn't know anything of that.
I'm having fun with streaming and everything, just trying to treat it more casually, and if stuff happens,
you said that you said that something about like you're gonna focus on like videos and you know, editing and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I've listened to lots of podcasts and like stream guides and things like that, and everyone kind of talks about like just stream, and it'll take a really long time, and like I don't know, all the advice seems solid, but from what I'm seeing, it's like a lot of older like Twitch streamers that are now really big because they spent like 5-6 years streaming, or got really lucky with like 2 years of streaming and then blew up. And now I think it's way harder to pull that off. So they're giving advice for themselves to us, basically, right? Which is fine, but I get this like inkling, this kind of feeling that you can't really do it the same way, or you might not be able to, or it'll take a lot longer now. Because it's oversaturated in that information, and it just keeps everybody's following that guide, so it's not going to be the same because, yeah, I get what you mean. So I figure like if Twitch is like so saturated that people are opting for Mixer and Facebook and just like almost anything else that they can try to grow on and like use as kind of like a crutch or whatever, however you want to phrase it, that like that it kind of makes sense that it's really you're gonna have to do it your own way, basically. Yeah, so I'm figuring one strategy that might work out that I've seen some people pull off that started on YouTube is to kind of try and get more growth on the YouTube side of stuff and start learning that better and giving that a serious try. And then that's what I was gonna say. Oops. You know, I think. Sorry, God. No, sorry, I nearly died. I didn't transfer to my jetpack fast enough. Yeah, no, I saw that. We're good. But yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna say. Like, you know, like when it came to your editing and stuff like that, I mean, that's kind of, well, I started watching you when you were playing God of War, I think. Or no, that was after that point. I don't know. But like, what I really got drawn to about your channel is like your editing on some of the some of the older videos was really good. And so, I mean, I think what I was gonna say is like if you stick to that, and you stick to editing and stick to your sort of style of just entertainment, I mean, that's gonna bring you somewhere, man. And streaming, honestly, streaming on Twitch at least, I don't know, it should be like, not necessarily a side thing, but in my mind, like something that you do alongside, but not primary. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. That's what it kind of sounds like. It, you know. It would probably be your best bet, but you know, again, it's your shit, man. I don't know. Well, that's basically what I'm trying to do. I got like a friend of mine, a friend viewer that is giving me shit because he thinks that I should be just streaming all the fucking time, which is like Expo. No, it's Soda, and that's burning me out. I'm like, having to do that and edit is too much, so I'm having to like. I took a day out of my normal schedule so that I could have more time to edit and try to just relax and get things done, and that's been helping so far. But like I nearly didn't stream today because I was so I was trying to deal with Adobe Premiere yesterday, and it's just like I hit like a wall of like technical difficulties and some bullshit that I hadn't had to deal with before, and there's like no good help on Google that I can find, so I'm like resorting to having to post on the Adobe forum and shit, and that like drained me so much yesterday. I was looking forward to like spending a few hours just editing through some stuff, and I couldn't. It was just like, fuck. So it stressed me out, and today I like nearly didn't stream, but I was like, nah, this is stupid. Like I want to have fun and I want to stream. Fuck this like bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You just gotta be a specific type of person to stream like that, because like like ignoring the toxicness and the stupidity of Ninja. Like every single day he streams. I think he has like 3 streams a day, and he streams for like 6 hours each time or something like that.
Yeah, I think I don't follow Ninja because Ninja really irritates me, and he doesn't seem like a genuine quality person. He just seems like a guy who's like really good at a game and blew up, which is fine. Nothing against him. But,
and it did take him a few years to get to where he is, and but that was all I was gonna say. It's like, you know, he streams every single day. He stream, like, you know, it's taken a couple years for him to get to where he is, and you know that shouldn't necessarily be the path you might follow. But I'm just saying, like, you got to be a specific type of person and you know, mindset to be able to do that. So I mean,
yeah, no, that's a hard grind. If I had an editor, I would try that out. But like, fuck, I wish I could stream the hours that I want to stream, because I would be streaming super late in the night when I actually get like a lot more views. But I got to worry about like my family and them having time where I'm not like screaming or trying to be entertaining and shit like that. But yeah, I've seen other streamers do what they'll do is they'll do like, I don't know, 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. to like noon or 1 p.m. and then take like an hour or 2 off, and then they'll start up another stream and go for like the rest of the night. And it's crazy, but those are like 2 separate streams on peak like hours when people are watching. And the reason they restart their streams also is because somehow analytics for people have proved that if you get the most views and the most engagement in the first hours of first 4 hours of a stream, and then past that point it just kind of plateaus or dies off. And I don't know why that is, but there's people who are taking advantage of that by doing like a 4-hour stream, breaking, and then a 4-hour stream. Like
I
think
clicked Dr. Stream.
King of Valiant does something like that, and he's a pretty big streamer these days.
Yeah. You know, I keep going back to this because, like, the video I keep thinking of is, what was it?
Sea of Thieves?
The Sea of Thieves one's griefing and Sea of Thieves. Yeah. Because I still keep going back to that because I haven't watched it in a little bit, but every single time I do, it's still entertaining. It doesn't really get old. So.
Yeah, I'd love to do more stuff like that, but I gotta find like. I know, I feel so burnt out. I want to find a good game where I'm doing that shit, and Satisfactory is kind of like that for me right now, where like when I'm too burnt out to like try a stream, I'll just play Satisfactory or like stream Satisfactory. I'm really enjoying the like creative side of stuff, kind of like Minecraft. I never was really ever too burnt out to do Minecraft.
I wouldn't normally recommend this game, but you could try Fortnite creative mode, and it's actually pretty cool. That's the only part of the game that I know of that's good. So
I've wanted to poke around since I saw they have like a
creative mode.
Yeah, I guess it was creative mode. I just remember it was like private playlists or private games and stuff like that. It sounded like that from Destiny, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I definitely have to check it out eventually.
So basically, like, you can make like game modes of your own. Like, it's not necessary. Like, what you can do is like I do this all the time with a friend of mine. Basically, like, there's a lot of different like, you can have elimination modes, you can have objective modes, you can create just cool, you know, builds in there. Like, there's a lot of different building materials, a lot of different interactables, just cool stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
they have a bunch of prefabs, which is like prefabricated buildings and stuff like that, and then there are also like galleries of materials and like walls and stuff that you can use. So
Oh man, I really don't want to disassemble my whole base, but I like fucking have to. There's no getting
you gotta
around
move it or
it.
something.
Well, I have to do like a million different things to change up the base to make it work better, but then I also want to incorporate a huge build, and there's just not enough space with how it's set up to do it, so I figured out where I could fit everything, but I spend so much time making everything look beautiful or like pretty or whatever when I work on it. Like, I get super OCD, and I have reasons for all the little intricate things that like look certain ways.
Well, sounds like you gotta suck it up.
Yeah, I know. I just don't wanna. I don't wanna.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
And also, an interesting thing about Fortnite, it's crossplay. So, you know, if you ever want to, I could give you a little walkthrough for a creative mode.
Yeah. I don't know if it interests me enough to like actually try at like playing or messing around with it. I might check it out sometime and just like hop on randomly when like I'm not doing anything to see what it's like. I've played it normally, but creative mode I just haven't, you know, touched.
Well, either way.
Let's get... Do I have... Shit, I forget the materials for that. Does it need... Organization. I don't know where I should put storage. It's down here.
Do you know if this is coming to console or not?
Hold on. So they don't have plans for that yet because they're just trying to get what their like original plan for the game is out, and then they're gonna add on to the roadmap. But at the moment, let me see. That is factory roadmap.
It's kind of like this game called Spellbrick, which I'm waiting for to hit console. But it's still technically like in beta, hasn't been fully released, and they said basically the cool thing about this, because they said they're looking into options, and because from the very beginning what they did when they started mapping out controls and stuff like that for the game, and when they got it to a point where it was playable, they tested it extensively on controllers specifically. So which it hints towards it's gonna be on console maybe. So
yeah, definitely sounds dope. So this is like, I think how, or at least if I had to gamble on how long it'll take them to get stuff together, I'm figuring it's going to be kind of like, what's that game called? Subnautica. Like, it'll probably take them a year before they start getting it towards console stuff, or at least till it's like full release, and then another year till console. Because like, right now they've got update 1 by end of April, update 2 by end of May, and then they don't have anything planned past that. They have ideas of things they want to do, but no dates past the end of May. So we have no idea how long it's going to go for before it's like full release, and then it'll probably take some time to hit like consoles.
Yeah, because I don't know, because like the sad thing with Subnautica was when I started, like when it first started pouring out content, for like, it was technically in beta, and then, you know, it was really cool and really interesting, but by the time it got to be a full release and it came to console, I was like, I don't really think it's, you know, worth it really.
Oh yeah, I would definitely tell you to try it out, because that is like my hands down best game of last year before last, whenever it came out, is when it officially came out. It was my favorite game that I've played in like years.
Well, yeah, let me rephrase that. It's not that I didn't mean it. Not that I'm saying it's not worth to get it, but it's just my mindset of things is like I don't really care for playing certain games unless they have a co-op or multiplayer aspect to it.
Gotcha.
But I like if it's like a story-driven game, something such like God of War, Darksiders, stuff like that is very interesting to me, and I'll play it.
You know, Subnautica does have story though, right?
No, I know.
All right.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
at a certain point, I will try to, I will try out Subnautica, but it's just, you know, if I were to get a game now and I had the money, I probably wouldn't get Subnautica right off the bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotcha.
So, like in of last year, my game of the year is tied between two games. So
Yeah.
it's Darksiders 3 and God of War.
For sure.
So
Yeah, God of War was really good.
did you ever check out Darksiders 3?
Nah, Darksiders isn't really my thing, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if I got it for free, I would definitely check it out and see if it's dope or not. But I feel like getting into the third game when I wasn't too big, I definitely played either the first one or the second one, and then kind of was like, this isn't for me, and then I just kind
I
of
get
stopped
that.
playing it. So after that experience, I'm thinking like, what are the odds that I get into the third one? And I would definitely consider it like a rental game if I couldn't only rent one game at a time based on my budget, and if that didn't already have like 2 or 3 games lined up for it to be rented on top of the game that I already have next to me that I haven't even started.
Yeah, like the thing is for me is like I play for the story. But okay, so like if you like puzzle slash dungeon crawler slash, you know, just the style of combat in the game, that's a bonus. But I play for the story, and the story's really really interesting.
Yeah.
So like the rest is just an added bonus. So I mean, if you ever get a chance, just, you know, if you you know, if it's free or whatever.
Yeah, I'm definitely not
you give
against
it
the
a chance,
game by
man.
any means.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Not everybody will like it, but I honestly think if it came out a month before it did, it would have made it up there with Game of the Word. Year of the Game.
Cody.
Okay, I can't even speak now.
Game of the year.
Game of the Year awards.
Yeah.
It would have made it up there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to pick this up.
I don't know why I just developed.
Speech impediment?
Yes. I wasn't about to say it. I was hoping you would say it. Thank you.
I gotcha.
Destroying your creation.
I don't wanna. I just keep remembering things about it that I like. It's painful.
He would be a monster if he wasn't.
I think I probably spent like an hour or two trying to figure out how I wanted to get these belts all to line up so that I could actually get everything where it needed to go. And I got like a little exploit going where I set up the like support beams for the conveyor belts inside of, or like on the wall of a foundation, and then I put the foundation back down so that it was like flush with the ground so it didn't clip through stuff.
Why doesn't this remind me so much of Subnautica?
I don't know. From what I've seen, like, a lot of people have been saying that it gives them Subnautica vibes, and it definitely does the same for me. I
Because if
think
you look at the
game's just
if
fucking
you look at the
gorgeous.
HUD and the way,
Look at the skybox,
Yeah.
like the scenery, the alien fucking thing flying through the sky. It's just like that feeling that Subnautica has. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah, but it's more than just that. It's just like the HUD and how like stuff goes in your like when you pick up stuff and with that little device. I don't know. Just it's all this and the build, like how you build in this and stuff like that. It's just a vibe of
yeah. You've definitely
it's more than
got
a vibe.
there. Yeah. Like I never really noticed that Subnautica had really nice animations in all of its like little tools and items you would use, but this has like phenomenal animations. It just kind of blows my mind that everything's got its own little way that it somehow has either a passive animation or like you pull it out animation or just like it's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, you gotta
and
twist
then it's got
the
a lot of
wrist.
similarities in the builds too. Yeah.
You gotta twist the wrist. Love how he pushes a button, but he has to twist the wrist.
Yeah. Click of the wrist to get it. I wonder if there's a reason for that at all. There's like something that there's like a trigger too.
Yeah, but is he pulling the trigger when that happens?
I don't.
Because I think the
he
trigger
could be, but I don't know if he really
build, right?
is. It looks
Well,
like
if
he's
you
kind of
look at his
moving
middle finger,
index.
it looks like he's pulling something
Yeah.
when you do it. Yeah, like it's up a little bit and then goes down slightly. You can slightly see it.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say at the same time, does that just like, you know, a defabricator kind of thing?
Yeah, you hit the F key and then it'll just like highlight anything and then you click to delete it or basically turn it back into materials that go into your inventory. The build menu...
Okay, so that's not the thing that fabricates things, right?
Nah,
Okay.
the build menu is kind of like you get to select your item and then you can place it down.
Yeah, okay.
Like, hold on, let me find something that I can actually build. What did I take apart? Where is it? Organization, storage marker 2. So it kind of like shows you if you can place it there, otherwise it'll be like glowing.
Yeah, I
if
see.
you can't. And then the items, the materials, shoot out of your backpack or something like that. It's kind of dope.
Yeah, sure, the backpack.
Nanotech, damn it!
What?
You don't
Likely
know!
story. Nanotech. It builds instantly. There's no build time here, friends.
Alright, almost done with this shit. And then I can start setting up the new storage systems or something.
Oh, so you're just cutting out one side right now?
Yeah, so my build is kind of based around... The way I drew it and tried to plan it out was based around this, like, driveway, walkway kind of thing that I've built in that's kind of a cross shape. It's a little staggered. But I'm going to build off of that. I have to take down, like, all of these factories and figure out how I'm going to do it. There's going to be a lot done. Because I got, like, a lot of, like, alternate recipes to be able to make things differently with different resources for, like, more efficient results and more modular things. It's a lot that I want to build.
So question, the factories, like the stuff on the conveyor belts and stuff, that's the materials and stuff that you're getting from the thing and you're trying to get as much as you can?
It can be like as much as you can right now, since there's no like basically when you start up the game, your goal is to get through like a bunch of tech trees and unlock stuff and start building things. You kind of start off with like a really small amount. Wait, did I unlock? Oh, alternate blueprints. I gotta do these. So yeah, there's just a bunch of different tech trees to like kind of go through, or I guess I don't know if you'd call them even trees, just the tiers. And then eventually you have it all unlocked, and then the only goal left is like, I want to have storage that's near my base that I can walk to get resources if I want to handcraft anything in the future or when new content comes out. So I wanted to have like stuff just always producing that would fill up the storage containers until they were full, and then the stuff would stop producing. And then every time I would pull out of storage, it would like produce a little bit more, like out of whatever on the line is, like however backed up it is. And it just fills it back up till I have a full storage again.
So is this still in like beta or something? I didn't get
early access.
Early access, okay. So basically beta, but just a little further on.
Yeah. I mean, they had like a... I know those terms are so thrown around now these days that it's kind of frustrating. But they had like an early access beta weekend or something like that, and then now it's like official early access.
So, I have an acquired opinion on what's that new game, Anthem. What's your opinion?
Oh, it is absolutely the most atrocious excuse for a game that I've played in quite a few years. I played the demo and hated it, and I gave it like a solid hour
call it
or
a
two.
demo? A demo is a part of a finished product. That's not a finished product. What the hell?
It's a mess.
It's a beta, my friend.
So I tried it, and I was like, this is horrible. There's red flags everywhere. I don't want to play this game. And so I switched games that stream. I couldn't force myself to keep playing. And so I made my judgment on it. And then I started hearing people on Twitter, on streams, on Facebook say like, oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing game. And then I started thinking, am I crazy? Like, how is this in any way a decent game? It's not. It's terrible. It's fucking atrocious. Me and a group of people did the first mission and got stuck for 20 minutes looking at each other trying to figure out how the fuck we're supposed to do the very first puzzle that gives you no indication, no explanation, no anything, not even a quick voiceover or anything on the HUD. Absolutely nothing. And so we stood there trying to click buttons for like 20 minutes, and I couldn't figure out how to interact with the things, and I didn't know what the fuck I was supposed to do. Somebody kind of figured it out, and then nobody could figure out past that point what the hell we were supposed to do, and so we just kind of started standing there, like, you know, jumping and crouching and doing, like, retarded-ass stuff, until one of us quit out, and then I was like, yeah, no, fuck this. But after hearing people saying it was good, I tried it again. I was like, alright, let's do another stream. The servers aren't shit. I'm gonna try all the different classes out. I'm gonna try the little raid thing. I'm gonna try all the content that I can get my hands on to be sure that I hate this. No, it was so there was, I got into like early beta or whatever using a code, and then it went into full beta weekend, and that's when I tried it again.
Oh yeah.
And so the servers weren't shit, and I could try everything that was done or supposed to be done, and I hated it even more. And convinced myself that the reason people thought it was good was because they hadn't played, like, I had played every, like, aspect of that game, mechanic, whatever you want to call it, in a far superior form in another game. So there's been many games with those kinds of things, so across the years I've played many better versions of Anthem on a whole, and other people haven't, so that's why they can tolerate it or say that it's good.
Yeah, here's the thing. When I saw trailers, when I saw gameplay of it, you know, when it was in development, stuff like that, like, I was rooting for it. I really was, and I'm like, dude, this game is gonna be awesome. And like, just the overall concept, you know, just I was really hoping it was gonna be good. And then I started seeing gameplay of the demo, quote unquote demo. And then I saw the publishers who's behind it, EA. Like, it makes fucking sense, right? Like, yeah, they're an atrocious company who love underhanded tactics, who don't know shit about shit, and it's just so bad. It had so much potential.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be terrible, but I was still holding out hope for it to be, like, tolerable, or, like, I figured, you know, it would be amazing if they could pull off what Destiny had, and then fill that hole in my heart where I want a Bungie shooter or a sci-fi, like, looter shooter to play that's really refined. And I knew that wouldn't happen, but I was hoping that, like, you know, there's a chance they could maybe do something with it. I had no idea. So I was open to trying it. That was it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have touched it, because EA, fuck EA.
I had no idea it was by EA when I first started, because I was like, there's no, like, I had no indication that, you know, EA was behind the game because it looks so good to me. And I'm like, this is really interesting, man. Like,
Battlefront looked aesthetically pleasing. Like, it was pretty nice, and I loved the flying in it. But that was it. Everything else was, whoo, what are you guys doing?
yeah. EA just ruins everything they touch on almost. Yeah. The only thing that they haven't ruined yet is Apex.
Yeah, Apex is surprising, but that's because it's, is it Respawn or whatever? The guys that did Titanfall?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the same universe too, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. But here, like, the thing is, like, because I think pretty much what happened was EA is publishing them, but beyond that, beyond, like, money they get from them, they don't have any say in it. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much what it is. Yeah. Because, you know, obviously they have some microtransactions in there, which any free game would, right? Almost. Yeah. So, and I think that's why it's going as well as it is, because EA hasn't really touched it. It's an innocent child.
Yeah, I still worry about what EA can do to that game.
Yeah. It's like, so many games have so much potential, and then EA comes along and fucking ruins it. And it's just, it's sad. I don't understand. I just don't.
Greed. Greed. That's what it is.
Yeah. No, I understand. I just don't understand.
Yeah. Alright. Hopefully this doesn't get in the way of anything. I can still build around.
Vehicles and stuff like that in this.
Yeah, there's they're adding in like a really fast kind of buggy thing soon, but right now there's a tractor. It's like a sugar cube, they call it, and then there's like a truck that's just like some kind of 8-wheeled or maybe 6-wheeled thing that's just really big. It's for like transporting, you know, from truck station to truck station.
Large quantities of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. I worry that it's gonna be the bottleneck of the build that I'm working on, or that I'm trying to get towards, because it's not like always throughputing at a certain rate. It like is really dependent on how far the truck has to go and how much it can unload or load properly. It's kind of not ideal right now.
Was it you that what was that game that came out? It's basically this like space exploration thing where like you land on planets. I don't really.
Not No Man's Sky.
You just No Man's Sky. Yeah. Didn't you play that for a while? Or
no, I know some friends in the Discord that played it, but I stayed really far away from that the day that I heard about it, because it sounded to me exactly like how Spore was pitched. And Spore, while I loved Maxis or whatever, the publisher, developer, whatever, it's like Sims and everything, and I did enjoy the like creature creator and a bunch of the phases. The end game was trash, and it was supposed to be like infinite worlds, and you can visit your friends' planets and destroy them or help them or whatever, and it won't affect your friends' saves, so you don't have to worry about that kind of shit. It was just kind of like, when I heard the No Man's Sky pitch, I was like, oh, that's literally just Spore again, and Spore turned out terribly. Like, this isn't gonna be good. You're generating everything randomly, and you're not letting anyone actually interact with anything. Like, this isn't gonna go well, and it went exactly how I thought it was gonna go.
Well, at launch, I know that it was pretty bad, and then, like, everybody was pretty pleased, like, after the fact, because they had a huge-ass update that fixed everything that they had a problem with, so I don't know. Like, I never personally played it, but I do know, I have some friends, well, some people I know played it, so.
think they're supposed to be having a new update coming out again that people are really excited about, but I don't really care for the game.
Yeah, again, like I don't know, like survival games, like the kind of games I stray from a bit is survival games, top-down games, as you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just I would like space exploration games, but if there's no real stakes and there's no actual, I don't know, just like interactions with friends, you know what I mean, like that, like
Yeah.
if you're like making space colonies or something like that, or I don't know, just something that it's enjoyable with friends, you know what I mean? So, and there's a goal, I guess, but it's just I don't know, just there's a bit of games I stray away from. So
Yeah.
I played recently Path of Exiles with a friend, and he enjoys the game. He really enjoys the game, but I don't know. I can't get into it.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy that game, but it's I wish it was like more like Diablo 3 in like polish and having like a clear goal or unified game world. It kind of feels a little. It's
There's
like I think it's an
linear story on
indie
it.
team or whatever, so it makes sense that it's not, you know, superb, but it's really good. It reminds me of Diablo 3's like early days in a lot of ways, and I really like that. But there's just like too much for me to be able to grasp all at once, or to be able to like I don't care to want to get good at the game. Like I don't know.
Is your problem with the not like if that's not really a interesting linear sort of story or what or point?
That's kind of like an issue. It's like with what are they called? With like action RPGs like Diablo, I've had like years of trying them since Diablo 2 to see if I liked any of them, and I think one of the Torchlight games got me really close to playing, but they weren't like, none of them quite got me like Diablo 2, and the reason Diablo 2, Diablo 3 got me is because it's Diablo's universe. It's like meticulously crafted and designed like just through the roof. It's Blizzard. They're just really good at making their worlds really engaging and making every little minute detail in their world have like a significance that makes me appreciate it and connect with it more, and awe and wonder like what's going on in that world. It just feels amazingly real to me, and I love that. And I've never seen anyone pull off like an action RPG as good as like as Blizzard. So I don't know, like if that was there, I would definitely be more into PoE, but I don't know, PoE's definitely good enough for me to play, and I want to play it eventually maybe again. I don't know.
It's on PlayStation Plus for free on PlayStation, so
yeah, I don't know if I'd mess around on console with it. I like the PC feel of having like hotkeys and abilities all laid out and customizable and keybinds, and being able to
if I'm being
run
honest,
like macros and different things for the auction house or whatever side of it, you know, the trading scene.
If I'm being honest, I'd probably like it. I don't know. I'd probably be more into it on PC. I don't know why. I just think that, you know, be a more preferable experience.
This is taking like way too much room. I don't know what to do.
There's a rumor that I don't know how true it is, obviously, because it's a rumor, but I've never played the game. I've never played any of the Diablos, but Diablo 3 might be free for PlayStation Plus on PlayStation, so.
Oh, I would not be surprised. I mean, they're not making any money, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, Blizzard's making a lot of money with Overwatch and all its other properties, like World of Warcraft, stuff like that. So,
I mean, they did have to like
how many expansions? They have over 100
for...
expansions or something with the World of Warcraft. Like shit.
Yeah, World of Warcraft's pretty crazy, but they had to can their esports scene for Heroes of the Storm. Apparently it's just not like there's an esports scene and the game is popular enough, but it's not like popular enough for Blizzard or making Blizzard enough money, so they kind of like put a stop to all the esports shit that they were gonna do, and a lot of people were getting upset over it. Because I would imagine if you're gonna like get paid to play that game and you're working all the time to get better at it, and then they just like are like, sorry, like fuck.
Well, I mean, I kind of get if there's, you know, esports scene isn't making them enough money to, you know, prolong it. If that's the case, but I just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not too into the game to really having, you know, a concrete sort of word on it, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Esports scene, for the most part, eludes me. I don't know. It's interesting how people can make money by being good at a certain game. It's definitely interesting. I understand the entertainment aspect, but to be paid for being good at a game is just weird to me.
I don't know. It's a strange concept, definitely. Like I'll never understand. I guess. I don't know, I can't really say that I won't understand League of Legends to the extent that the esports scene is like just so fucking massive. But I get that, like, I've enjoyed watching like championship games for Halo, and I used to be like really competitive at playing Halo. So I had a lot of fun like watching that stuff. So if I was really big into like League of Legends, then I would probably definitely be watching like esports stuff all the time for League of Legends.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, if you're like, again, like I get the aspect of watching and being entertained by it, but being paid for playing at a certain level of, you know, just being good at a game. You know what I mean? That's the part I'm just alluded by, because, you know, obviously the entertainment factor, you even watch to play a game, you know, because that's, you know, the pro players like football, right? You know,
yeah.
I get, you know, they play football and by basically being viewed, because if they were just playing games and nobody was watching, there's no money in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's sort of my argument for my misunderstanding of, or
like
just
why
not
somebody would
understanding
take such a big risk.
Well, just in general, why do people do it? You know what I mean? If they're good at a game, why are they being paid to be good at that game if you can just entertain? You know what I mean? So
yeah, I guess.
Like the entertainment factor, yes,
some
that
people are
makes
just
sense.
not funny to watch play a game, but
Yeah.
some people can be really good at a game, and people will watch that, get like tips and stuff.
I mean, you know, I get actually, like, you know, so the only other things, like, only two understandings when it comes to playing games and being paid for it is being entertained or, you know, playtesting games. You know,
Yeah.
I get that. So just being good at a game, and like, here's the thing: being good at a game and not having viewers versus having viewers and not being good at a game. You know what I mean? So it's just two different things that one makes sense, the other doesn't.
Yeah.
Which one are you putting your money on, right?
Yeah.
But it's a career for some people, so what the heck was that?
I'm gonna put my storage down. Shit, do I have enough space to do this?
Now apparently there's YouTube TV. That's interesting.
I think they've been like trying to do that for an age or for like a while. Have you heard of the company's doing Stadia or whatever? It's like it's gonna be a platform for gaming that's, I think it's Google's new platform, and it's just cloud gaming, but essentially they've got plans for like YouTube integration, in that you could like be watching your favorite streamer or like YouTube creator doing a gameplay, a let's play, anything like that, and then just like pause the video and then just launch that game up and even load up their save and then just start playing on the same device you were watching them play. Like it just seems kind of crazy in a good way, but like holy shit.
That was a whole clusterfuck of not understanding, but yeah.
Just Google Stadia when you have free time, because it's a trip. There's tons of YouTube videos, I'm sure, on it. I've seen a few.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Yeah, I was just gonna say, because I just got an email from YouTube saying YouTube TV is here. I'm like, okay. Now there are channels, apparently, that have episodes. I don't know what the hell that meant. But I know there's channels, and then there are also channels. So, if that makes sense, tell me, please, because I don't know.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter anymore, so it makes sense. Like a channel and a channel, yeah. Even though the different senses of the word can still be like... It's still the same concept.
They're same sense of the word, but they're two different, like, core things. Like one's like a linear thing, while another is just, you know, they're videos rather than say episodes, or, you know, just, you know what I mean, like they mean the same thing, but they also have different core concepts.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I don't know, just it is what it is. YouTube's just a big weird thing, and I only watch it to, I don't even really watch it that much, so I only look up YouTube game stuff. So.
I don't even watch TV anymore. I have a thing set up. I got like a DVR and a TV right here, and I could sit on a couch behind me, but I'm just not interested anymore. It's not... Like, now that I've gotten to the point where I'm watching shit that I'm really passionate about watching on YouTube, nothing quite lives up to that on, like, cable TV. I'm sure if I didn't take a break from cable TV and I, like, still knew all my favorite shows and when they're airing and what channels have new stuff coming and what channels I like the most, I still kind of know all the old channels I used to frequent, but it's like... I don't know if I ever want to go back to watching ads all the fucking time and having to like spend 20 minutes watching something to see if I like it and if I'll continue to watch more of it.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, it's literally the only thing I really watch on YouTube all that much is regrettably TikTok stuff, ironic TikTok stuff. Because I have an addiction, because a friend gave it to me. It's like AIDS.
That shit's jokes, though. It's like AIDS.
So...
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, like, that, and just, like, I'm looking up trailers for game genres, right? Like, certain games, and, like, new games are coming out. I look at those trailers, and... I'm trying to look at what some cool games come to PlayStation and stuff like that, so.
Yeah.
And so far, it's been a regretful watch in the last few months. So. So far, anyways. I'm still excited for Spellbreak. You do know what that is, right?
Is that the new Minecraft thing?
What the hell? No, it's not.
I don't know then, I guess.
It's a battle mage battle royale, basically.
Okay.
So it has like has a lot of RPG elements in it. So like, the core summary of what you do in it is basically you're these mages that can pick up different gauntlets, and you can pick, like, I believe, now don't quote me on this because I don't know like too much about it, but I do know you can pick up different gauntlets during the game, and you can have different elements, and you can combine those to make different spells and like just different crowd control effects, straight shot effects. You know what I mean? So it's basically just it's all about magic, and it's a bit complex. So
for sure. Remember, I played a game that was kind of like, it kind of got my interest in the fucking snapping doesn't, this game, it triggers me right now. Sorry. There was a Battle Royale game that came out that had some, like, magic kind of approach to it. I don't know, it's called, like, Battle Right or some shit like that. But it had, like, a WoW look to it. Maybe not. It wasn't top down. It definitely wasn't. But it was kind of cool. I played it just to try it, and I liked that it was like ability based and cooldown based, and you would just kind of there were different classes you could pick. I think it was like the first time I remember hearing a battle royale go like hero or class based. You know?
Wait, do you mean Apex? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it was way. It came out like. Maybe it was an early access thing. I know it was
maybe
playable.
You're talking about Battle Right, Royale or something like that. Yeah, because is that what you said? Because I know that it's not necessarily top down, but it's definitely from like a top side view. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's definitely not Battle Right.
Okay.
It has a similar aesthetic, but it's definitely not. I think the genre's isometric. It's all I know is that it's what RTSs do, and it's what action RPGs like Diablo do. And I don't know what the best term is for it, but that what Battle Right is. But the
so
one
what is
that
it?
I
It has
wanna,
different classes and
that
stuff.
I
You said?
tried. Yeah, hold on. I'll probably find the name of it. I don't know, maybe not with Spellbreak taking the name for everything when I'm trying to look up like magic. Is it Realm Royale? Is that it?
Oh, yes, Realm Royale. I like that.
Yeah, they had like magic and classes, kind of, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's basically... So, the funny thing about that is... Okay, so Smite... Paladins came from Smite, and then Realm Royale came from Paladins. So they're all in the same sort of... Kind of in the same universe, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's same developers, same sort of universe, so... Hi-Rez, which is sad because Hi-Rez has a bad track record with games, but for the most part, Paladins is a solid game. Yeah, I have a hard time saying that, but I think it's solid. And then Realm Royale seems pretty good, and a lot of people don't like it for whatever reason. But yeah, their emotes are pretty crap though. I'll tell you that much. They're pretty bad at the animation on that.
Yeah, I don't care about emotes in battle royales usually.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, they're so bad.
Like they could at least try.
Yeah. They have literally a chicken dance in there, and it's just so horrendous. They didn't even try. But what were you saying about it though?
You were talking about Spellbreak and if I knew it. And I was like, no, it kind of reminds me of this one. Like, I know there's a game that.
Oh, it's nothing like it, man.
Realm Royale.
Yeah, it's its own entity. It's not like Realm.
Yeah.
Realm is really is. I honestly think it's a really solid, really good game. But Spellbreak is just something else, man.
For sure.
It's pretty unique in the battle royale genre, and. So it's a fresh it's a refresher from all the oversaturated battle royale shoot 'em up bullcrap. So
dude, I miss Radical Heights. I love that game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Its combat
I never
was
actually
so fun.
I never actually got to play that game. It's on PC, that's probably why, but like I heard it was pretty glitchy though for a while there. I don't know if it still is, but
it was always pretty glitchy, but like I don't know, it had a charm to it, and it was kind of funny because the water graphics were like tarps basically. It wasn't water, it was just a tarp you would run along, and it was super hilarious, and I thought it was intended, and I guess it was a placeholder, or they didn't intend for it to be so shitty, or enough people cried about how shitty it looked that they were like, okay, let's actually try to do water. But I just fucking loved playing that game. The BMX bikes they were trying to do were, sure, they were janky, but it was a lot of fun dicking around with stuff. How much space?
I mean, what am I thinking? Like, Fortnite is glitchy as hell, but everybody loves that, so.
Yeah.
Like, literally every time I get into a game with my friend, it's so horrendously glitchy. Like I find a glitch every single time I play on the battle royale side, and even sometimes in the creative. So there's no way I'm going in there not finding a glitch.
Ooh, I can build this here. Okay.
It's funny. It's weird thinking that right now, Fortnite is considered the peak of battle royales on at least. Well, actually no, now it's not really.
Yeah, I think
a lot of people think it is.
Officially has this.
But a lot of people are straying from it. Oh yeah, Apex is just wonderful. Realm Royale is pretty good too. If you give it a chance. I don't know if you have, but yeah.
Wait, which one?
Realm Royale.
Yeah, no, I tried it. I don't know, I think I was mainly getting into it to see, like, the hype and stuff, and it just
I think,
wasn't...
honestly, it was...
Wasn't shootery enough for me.
was...
I enjoyed it, and I could see myself playing it, but I have a hard time seeing myself being passionate about it, and then also pulling in views from it as much as other games at the time, but
yeah.
I should definitely be open to playing it again.
Yeah, the problem with games nowadays is just a lot of games are overhyped, and they're not allowed to, like, a lot of them are not allowed to live and die on the actual product. And Realm Royale is almost that case. Like, it can live in, like, it literally could live or die on its own product, but it was overhyped, as it was. Like, don't get me wrong, like I said, I really love the game, and I think it's a great game, but it was a bit overhyped, and that's kind of what stunk it out for everybody, so.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem with Anthem. It was way overhyped, and EA's behind it, so there you go.
Yeah, Anthem's pissing me off still. Like, the fact I still can't believe how hyped people got on that. It was crazy.
I know, and even after that shitty product that they produced, oh, it's so amazing.
Dude,
even now.
Wait,
like,
did you hear? They canceled. What was it? At the same time that they pulled the team off of. Oh fuck! I am so livid about this, and I'm blanking on what the fuck. They were making a new Dragon Age. There we go. Finally. Had to really try for that one. They were making a new Dragon Age, and they pulled the team off of it to fix or work on Anthem because of all the issues going on. And when they pulled the team to work on Anthem, they simultaneously canceled that Dragon Age project, and now they've rebooted it again, and they're going to make it using the Anthem engine, and they're going to build it off of Anthem, basically.
So basically, EA is still going to be the publisher for that, and
yeah, it's going to be Anthem with dragons. I mean, I think somebody quoted that as like a joke, like that it's not actually going to be that bad, but like you could imagine it hitting that point.
Yeah, here's the thing is, like, if I don't know, it's just like the engine that Anthem has is a really, really beautiful engine, but the problem with it is that they don't even utilize it. Literally what they did from the reveal trailer to the game is like all the beautiful stuff that you saw and everything accessible and like the opening cutscene, everything. It all changed to a downgraded graphic, like downgraded visuals, and just it made no sense why you show, like, it literally was marketing. That's all that was. And why do you, I don't understand why they do that. Like, I understand it's cutting down costs, but you probably spent more money on that trailer than you did in preparing the demo itself, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
you have assets you're not using. It doesn't, it's frustrating that they do that. I'll cut down on a couple, just a couple frame rates. It's totally worth it, yeah. No. Stupid. I know I'm pitching about like a little bit of visuals, but like it's just the stupidness of it, like.
Yeah.
They could have done so much right, but they just did so much wrong.
Yeah, I'll never understand how some companies could just be completely like ignorant to the fact that like if you're transparent, it just makes everything better. Yeah, but like when you like lie about shit and when you try to fake that you're actually listening or trying with a product and that you care when you clearly don't, it's like you're just kind of lighting your product on fire. And then like, I don't know, it's just, oh my god, they can make money and make a good product. They don't need to do minimum viable product and make as much money off of that as possible.
Yeah. Like, I think if it wasn't so overhyped and it wasn't so like oversaturated with like bullshit lies about it, like, I think it could have like lived on its own and it could have been good. It could have been like, it could have been recognized as like a decent game, but because it was so overhyped and they delivered on nothing that they promised, like, it just ruined like literally all their credibility.
Yeah.
Whatever credibility they had, so.
Yeah, they could have had a chance with it. Like, a lot of people were unhappy with Destiny 1 when it came out. I loved it, but I can see why people hated it, and then Destiny 1 fixed it up and, like, got its shit together. I could see that being the case with Anthem, but not with the fact that it's, like, compounded by, like, everybody just, like, ready to shit on the game because of what they've done, how they lied and shit.
Yeah, and that's gonna suck for them going forward, because I mean, they've already ruined their reputation, and any game that they make henceforth is gonna be filled with people who are just riding Anthem's dick, and then people who are, you know, being honest about it, and they don't know whether to believe if it's gonna be good or not, because, you know, because of their reputation, you know, so.
Yeah.
So, like, going forward, they're gonna be losing a lot of money. They're gonna be spending so much money and assets in their future games, and it's just like, oh well, we've screwed ourselves over. So. Yeah, I just that's sort of why I asked you. It's like, you know, so well, what's your thought on it? Because the game, man, I was gonna be worried if you said it was an awesome game. I mean, I know someone who's like, oh no, it's awesome. I was like, did it break? Like, because he had been playing Anthem literally for weeks straight. I'm like, you know, I was like, so did it break your PS4? He's like, I'm here, and I was like, I just assumed you got another one.
Oh shit, this isn't. I'm gonna make this as close as I was supposed to make it. I got kind of the same issue with Anthem as I got with Bethesda right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate Bethesda, and I used to be a hardcore fanboy.
Conundrum. Yeah, the Bethesda conundrum. Yeah, I got you.
Produced as a byproduct of scientific research and communication. One aspect of this work involves programming computers to simulate all types of sound.
Honestly, I think EA and Bethesda are. I mean, EA's leagues above them in their bullshit, but Bethesda's getting closer and closer. So.
Electronic. The computer says,
Thanks for listening.
And you know what they did, and I'm pretty. I don't know if I told you this. Basically, a lot of the I'm pretty like 90% sure, like a lot of their developers that were supposed to work on what do you call it? You know, Fallout 76. They actually poured them all out on Outer Rim? What's it called? Outer Rim? Because like a lot of developers from Fallout New Vegas and stuff like that, they were all on that project, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out really well, because like the trailer was really well. Well, then again, EA kind of ruined my perception on stuff like that, but a little bit. But at the same time, the trailer was really good. I saw gameplay of it, and you know, it looks really interesting. But
I don't know what's going on with the devs. I like lightly heard about it. I'm excited for the game, but I know like they could have had older devs going back and forth, but it's not a Bethesda product. So
I'm just saying that like a lot of the developers that were working that worked on Fallout New Vegas now on like they're on the development team for Outer Rim. So I'm just saying, like, they could have used those developers on Fallout 76 and made it. If they had a better, like, if their vision was more clear, they could have made it much better than it is now. Yeah. So, especially the Fallout New Vegas developers, like, they would have known for the most part what to do instead of the heat that you got. So.
Yeah, I like to excuse Bungie for what they've done with Destiny 2, because they were half a Bungie team when they started Destiny 1. But I don't know.
Yeah, Bungie has some good products, man. I mean, I really think it was just strained from.
It's just that their recent track record has been doing worse, and I absolutely loved Bungie from the point where, like, I even enjoyed 343's Halo 4 because it was still like the same engine and basically the same shit going on that Bungie had like laid the foundation for. And going from like Halo Reach, even the games prior, like my favorites were Halo Reach and Halo 4, and then switching over to Destiny. And I know that like half the team stayed on 343 to continue Halo stuff, and the other half of the developers basically went on to make Bungie on its own, like instead of tied with Microsoft or whatever. And so then they made Destiny, and then they lost a lot of people in the process of the first Destiny game. So it's like not even half a Bungie team for Destiny 2, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are these facing? Yeah. I wish I had like a measurement tool or like a more complex system for building in this game. because I want to do things very specific ways, and I feel limited. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's good.
I love how earlier you were distracted in conversation and you were just jumping on conveyor belts. Like earlier in the stream.
I mean, I got that ADHD, but yeah. So, what did I do here? This one needs to move in? Yeah.
Finished up my work and had it done. Played the record to hypnotized as it spun dizzy. She was wondering what that was from. Took a seat later, realized
Yeah, sometimes I think I have that too. So
I've got it like fully diagnosed. I got it full blown, okay?
yeah, I'm not diagnosed, but I'm like 95% sure. 5% doubt. So
I need to fucking read like a book on ADHD so I can get a better grasp of it. Cause I just know what I've like been told or read, but it seems like there's some good like informative like books out there that could probably help me in terms of like managing, you know, my shit.
yeah, informative, was that the word you were looking for?
Yeah, I got it the second try, okay? God damn. God damn. Shit, I wish I had more.
Why you have to tease me?
Don't tease me, okay?
What is that probe you have in your hand
My brain.
most of the time?
Probe? This?
Yes.
Is my sword.
That's a sword?
Yeah. I had like a little taser before this, but I upgraded it, so now I have a legit sword. I also have a gun.
You have a gun?
Yeah, it shoots rebar into your face.
Rebar, really?
What up, bud?
You'd think you'd think you'd be able to make a better have a better material than rebar.
Hey man, it's a sci-fi rebar, okay? It's made out of nanometals.
Sci-fi rebar.
Yeah, dude.
Nanobots. It's made out of nanobots.
This thing wrecks, okay? You don't know.
Why is everything made out of nanotech?
Because it's the future. God.
Well, the future's pretty small.
Everything's got to be nano in the future, don't you know? Shit.
How are you gonna carry things through space? It's nano food.
Nano bags, motherfucker. You don't even know. You can't see that shit.
That would
it's
save
magical.
a lot of space. Making nano bags and then making everything nano, just nano size, and then resizing it once you get to where you're going.
Yeah, it's some
That'd save a lot
goddamn
of space.
genie shit, man.
It's genie in a bottle. More like nano in a bottle.
Pretty genie though. It's
Yeah.
like what's his face?
Will Smith. Yeah.
No, who played the OG genie? Don't come in here with that shit.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin Williams. Some Robin Williams shit.
I'm gonna give that a chance. So I'm gonna give Will Smith a chance, man.
Oh God,
I like the trailer. I like the recent trailer. The recent trailer with him.
No. That's some
That's
sacrilege shit
I know,
right
he
there. You
doesn't
can't
look
replace the
genie, but-
cartoon.
No, he can't. No one can. But
Yeah.
but I'm gonna give it a chance because, like, I don't know, like, he doesn't look the part, but he might play the part. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm not gonna judge
I
before
could
it's out. You know what I mean?
attempt to, but you know, after seeing the YouTube rewind shit, like I can't unsee
no.
that. I can't unsee it.
I want to play Fortnite.
Yeah.
You
my
ruined
God.
YouTube Rewind. Even though I've never watched a YouTube Rewind in my life,
I know that was
it's
my
ruined.
first one. Like, oh my
I saw Will
God.
Smith on it and I'm like, oh, this might be interesting. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You want to play Fortnite? No.
Shit, I did not.
That's not something I want to do.
I didn't plan for how I was gonna. Oh, wait, this'll work. No, I didn't plan for this. I want everything to line up beautifully.
My ADHD didn't
My
agree to this.
OCD! God damn it! My ADHOCD, OCD,
I just said ACD, didn't I?
ACDC?
No, I just said HCD.
I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm just throwing out letters
Advanced
at this point.
cognitive dysfunction. HCD.
I am mad with my dilemma right now. It's off center,
I'm not
goddammit! It's off center! Free!
Why don't you just redo it all?
Are you kidding me? That'd be the third time I've redone it all.
Oh well. Use
It's
your rebar
not-
gun, it'll help.
It's doable though. You're not wrong.
It's a small scale thing, man. On a much larger picture, it's a very small thing.
Yeah, but everything's gotta fit beautifully, or else I lose my goddamn mind. I
That's
make
why
these
you redo
builds
it.
because they look good. Or well, because I'm satisfied with how they
You
look
think
when I'm
this
done
looks
with
easy? It looks good, but do you think this looks easy?
them. No. Is that the same amount of... That's like too far apart though.
The name's Papa Genie. Papa Genie for Genie.
Have this?
I do? I do.
I'm gonna do fromage. I'm gonna do
No,
fromage.
mademoiselle. Oh.
So it's not center and it's also off. Is that? No, it's like one space. Okay, hold on. I think this will still work though. I need to come from
I see a
this
couple
side.
things that are off that you don't notice,
Fuck
but I'm not
you.
gonna say it. But I'm not gonna say what's off.
Still. Like, I know
You're OCD,
I
you might
pointed
just
out
destroy
one
your
thing.
mind.
Fuck you. Sorta. This.
Hey, I got
'Cause I
another
don't see
person
the
telling me
feet
fuck
when
you.
I'm building this.
Awesome. You and my friend on well, you and him now say fuck you to me. So that's
Yeah, man,
that's
I
very
say fuck you
interesting.
to everybody.
No,
Usually.
yeah, I know, but like literally on a daily basis, he's just like it. Whenever I point out anything to him, he's just like fuck you.
It's a good go-to, man.
I always tell him he has OCD because he wants everything perfect. Doesn't matter what it is. He's like, oh, I just want things perfect. I'm like, yeah, it's OCD. And he's like, no, it's not.
It's like
I'm not
perfectionism,
OCD, damn it.
but it might not be OCD level yet. But it could get
Yeah, it's no. I think it's there. I think it's full blown AIDS. Yeah, that's what that is.
there. Wait a minute, that's not what AIDS is. You making fun of
For
people
this
with AIDS,
context,
huh?
it is.
Huh?
No, I'm making fun of people who are OCD.
Okay. You sure?
No, I'm just kidding. You can't fix that. You can fix not having AIDS for the most part. I can make fun of that.
Wait, I remember hearing the other day that there's some new thing for dealing with AIDS, so you don't have to be on medication for the rest of your life. That we might have a thing.
Oh, the Charlie Sheen Tiger Blood situation. Now we're going with that. Let's go with that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it's something else, but yeah.
No, he cured himself of AIDS. His doctor cured him of AIDS, and now he doesn't have AIDS anymore. Apparently.
Did he have AIDS?
He had AIDS. Well, he has AIDS. There's no way it's cured. There's no fucking way.
Yeah. He had AIDS?
Yeah.
Huh.
He has AIDS.
Okay,
He says he doesn't have it anymore, but that's
AIDS.
bullshit.
How did I...
Yes, he has AIDS.
How did I not know that?
Dude, this is Charlie Sheen. You should have expected it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm so shocked right now.
Yeah. You don't hear about it much anymore because he said he was cured, which is a bunch of dude. There's no way that he's cured. That's just a bunch of bullcrap.
I hope he says
that
he cured himself.
I heard
Like
he
with
was on
some
Dr.
magic
Phil
and some spit, and then he was cured.
Yeah, he was on Dr. Phil, and basically his doctor, him and his doctor said his doctor cured him. So, apparently,
Nice. I had
with
so
some
much
chimpanzee
fun
blood or something. I don't know.
following Charlie Sheen when he was doing all that crazy shit. I know he's still doing crazy shit, but like,
The roast of Charlie Sheen was wonderful.
yeah, that was great. I don't know how I thought it was like. The other day I thought I could do this build or this, at least the majority of this work in like one sitting. I was like, yeah, that'll be easy. And then I tried to one stream and I was way the fuck too tired, so I wound up just playing Osu and then going to bed.
Osu?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Fuck you. You don't like Osu? Dare you.
I've never played Osu.
Osu is the shit. It's my
I
jam.
probably never will.
It helps my aim. Okay?
Unless you have Fairy Tale, like Fairy Tale's Dragon Cry. I don't know what the hell it's called. I forget.
I don't know any of the names of
unless you
any
have-
Osu songs, but Osu is my
Unless
jam.
there's
okay?
the Fairy Tale theme songs on there, I don't want it. I don't want to know.
Would if there aren't, I would be shocked. Wait, how do they do this?
Da, 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 da. And Pirates of the Caribbean pop
Dude,
on. He's a pirate.
I was getting into Fairy Tale like a few years back when they first started
Yeah.
dubbing it in English, and I was like, this is pretty dope. But they only had like 3 or 4 episodes dubbed on Netflix or Hulu. So I watched
On
them and I
Netflix,
was
they
really
have an
mad, and
entire
I could not get back into it for the life of me in terms of watching it subbed.
On Netflix, yeah, Netflix has like 47 episodes, one season,
That's dope. but
dubbed.
They need more. There's like episode 700 something now on Crunchyroll that's subbed.
Yeah, there's like 3 seasons, and each of them have like 40, like somewhere around 50 episodes.
Yeah.
That
what
I
the
know of.
fuck?
Yeah, the thing is, like, Netflix has a deal only for 1 season. I don't think they're gonna have any more, at least until the final season's done, because they're on the final season now. And here's the thing: the one problem I have with Fairy Tale is everything's about friendship, and it's annoying. That's the main problem I have with it. It's like, friendship can get us through anything. Like, that's not how real life works. Don't start with me.
I don't know. I don't mind buying into that too much. I just remember the
I
magic
don't know,
is
but
dope.
when they say that's the source of their power, like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not a thing.
What are you
I
guys
don't
smoking?
I don't
Whose
magically
Kool-Aid is
gain
this?
like physical strength
Whose
because I have a
Kool-Aid
friend.
is this? I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're drinking the Kool-Aid, my friend. It's a dangerous thing to do.
I did something wrong here, and it's hurting my brain.
Well, there's your CD for you, bud.
I know. Damn it. Oh, I think I spotted what it was.
I forget, how old are you again? I forget.
I am gonna be 29. Yeesh. In,
Shit.
in
I did not
May.
know that you're that.
Don't
Well, I
tell
wasn't say
nobody.
that old, but don't tell anybody. No, I was just saying, I didn't know that you were actually that. Again, it sounds stupid when I say that old, and that's not the context I'm trying to put it in, but I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm comfortable, but at the same time, I have been telling myself that I feel like an old fuck for ages, even though I know I'm not that old, especially like compared to someone who's like in their 40s or 50s or 60s, like shit, I got years to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say because you look like about 25. So
Yeah, I've been
I didn't
told
know.
that I look younger. Dude, my fucking hair is getting bad. I'm worried that I'm gonna turn into like iDubbbz or some shit. My hairline's just been going back. It is. I hate it.
Dude,
I
iDubbbz
fucking
is
hate
just
it.
he's something else.
I love iDubbbz.
Yeah.
It's too
Didn't
bad
he
that
have
he can't.
like he's in remission now, I think, but didn't he have cancer?
I think if he ever did, it was probably a bit, but I don't know, maybe not. I don't know.
Because he lost all his hair basically because of it.
I remember
heard,
he was
in remission now.
I never seen him with no hair. I seen
No, he
him
was going
like
bald.
balding, and he's just decided that what he now needs to do is go with slightly longer hair, like I'm basically doing, because he was doing like buzz cuts on himself, and then you could see where it was thinning because of how short he would buzz it.
Now you're just getting infant no forehead, and you have to put the hair over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem. Not yet, anyways.
I think like 2 years ago, it was a lot more normal, and it didn't worry me at all. And then now it's like, oh shit, am I gonna start going like balder, more hardcore, like relatively soon? I hope to God not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's really something someone should be worried about. It's like, you know, if you're worried about it, just wear a beanie. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's not a big deal. I miss how my hair used to be, and I don't want it to. I don't want to miss that even more.
Yeah. The thing is, I do like my hair, but if I eventually started balding, like, you know, I'm just gonna shave all that out. That's not a big deal. I'm just gonna wear a beanie. That's just my thing. Like,
I just go bald. I know a lot of dope people that got the bald look looking good.
yeah. You can't be self-conscious about your hair if nobody can see your hair, right?
I mean, if they see your skin, isn't that like basically the same concept?
Huh? What,
your skin becomes your hair, isn't it like the same concept? Like they can see the skin there now.
What? Oh,
I see all the
I'm not
grease
understanding.
of your bald head, motherfucker.
You're calling me bald over here. Infinite
Not
forehead.
your bald
Calm
head.
down, buddy.
Of what's the word? What's the English?
What's the English?
What is the English of this? You know what I'm trying to say. Speak it. Help.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
I don't. Damn it! Now I'm like
English
so
in what?
deep that I can't remember what I was trying to say even. Oh well.
You were saying. I think you were saying
You,
something
the
about
general
isn't-
you, not the personal you. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Trying to correct
It's the
myself. on
royal
that.
we, not actual we.
Yeah, damn it. People, I've seen some people get like freaked out when people say we, and it's obviously royal we. And it's like, or it's like the we as in like me and my community, and they're talking about it like
Yeah,
that. And then people are like,
a lot of
what
times
the fuck do you mean we? Like, holy shit, what is wrong with you? Calm the fuck down. Do you need someone to explain it to you?
Yeah, no, it's like a lot of times. I understand it because like a lot of times I miss the context of a conversation, even though we're talking about that specific thing.
Yeah.
And then someone says something like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Where's my
So I totally get their side. It's like I'm mixing context.
You know, I was freaking out. I can't follow! Help! Ah!
Yeah, it's just like the royal we. It's like we are gay. No, hold on now.
Alright, so I need...
What the hell was that? It says this something is minimized. What? It's just
Oh,
I
it's its
missed the whole
stream is
thing.
minimized. When I thought I was using game capture. Oh, it's... Hold on. Game capture's on here, but it's not on here because I think I manually enabled it without using my shortcut. Hold on. G10? Okay. So we're good on there. What about, do I have this anywhere else? Game capture off. Yeah, okay, we're good now. So like, some applications, when they're running full screen, I am very confused on there's like this game and something else like act like it's windowed, but it's actually full screened. So I think it's full screen apps or games
Windows.
when you hit like Windows key or Alt Tab to get to like another monitor, it'll just vanish from OBS for like a quick second. And so that's when you see the stream is minimized because I have like an animated thing going on in the background to like be as like a placeholder. Tier 5 at work, so can't be active, but I'll leave the alert tab here. Really appreciate it, Beef. Thanks for the biddies. Holy shit. Did you whip out the guitar?
Huh?
I just started hearing guitar.
Yeah, it's me.
So, hold on, I'm tripping out about the game stream is minimized thing now. Okay, we're good. We're good. Freaking out.
No, I just wasn't sure. I'll just switch back, okay?
You been learning guitar?
Yeah, what?
You been learning guitar?
I started learning guitar, I don't know, a couple years ago. I stopped and then I got a guitar like last year, so I've been kind of practicing, so yeah. Long answer.
Yeah, I haven't been playing guitar in like a long ass time, and I'd like to get back to it, but I'm way more like stream, YouTube, this kind of shit is a priority over like staying warmed up on music or learning new music, which I hate because I really do love music, but it's like I'll hopefully get back to it.
4 months.
Where's the
But,
fuck are my notes?
What notes?
My Satisfactory notes.
Oh,
Oh, here they are.
Satisfactory guaranteed, but
I don't know. I just feel like I'm losing my mind quite often.
I know how to play like the overall tune of you know that song by Jeff Buckley. Well, technically it's not, but well, he covered it. It's called Hallelujah.
I do not. I don't think. I mean, I'm bad with names and shit, so I might know the song. Oh, yeah, I think I know this one. When I da 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 or some shit like that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Man, start is intended.
Anyways.
Do you play piano?
I wanted to get into it, but it seemed way more complicated than I was willing to get into, so no.
Yeah, I don't like play it like I play guitar, but it's so easy to like look up a YouTube video or like figure out the notes and translate them straight to a piano, because like there's a million places where notes can be on a guitar, and there's only like so many octaves it feels like less and not like identical. Like there's not like two of a specific note on the keyboard. It just goes up and down on octaves. So there's like one note that you have to worry about, whereas on the guitar you're like, well, do I want to play it on this string on this fret or this string on that fret? Like it kind of gets a little crazy.
Yeah, I get that.
So I love piano.
I started
There's
learning
lots of
guitar
video game
first.
music stuff you can figure out on that. It's super easy.
Yeah, I started playing guitar first, so like when I started wanting to get into piano, because I learned a little about it, but when I started wanting to get into piano, I was like, this is way more complicated than the guitar, because I like in my mindset, you know, I was thinking it was more complicated, but in reality, this is I already started learning guitar, so I was used to that sort of set of learning, like learning guitar. So it was different. So like one instrument that I've always wanted to play but didn't really have the chance to, because at the school I was at that was offering lessons and stuff like that, basically like they didn't have it, so it didn't have access to it, but was violin. I've always wanted to play that.
Yeah. Shit seems hard.
Because
Shit seems hard.
I think honestly it's not as hard as some may think, but I don't know. But, like I've never played it, so I couldn't say.
I learned clarinet in elementary school, which was pretty fun. But I had some teachers that I hated because I was like, I don't know. I've been like, I've had relative ease with like picking up instruments when I was like, especially when I was younger. So I remember like when I was learning clarinet early on in the classes, they gave us like a full song to learn, and it was supposed to be like hard, and they're like, this is what you're gonna learn by the end of the year. And so they were giving it to us to see what we could do with it at first. And I learned the whole song and could play the whole song back, and just in one, like, I don't know if it's like a lesson a week or how it went, but it was like basically I just went home, figured the song out, and then came back and I could play it. And all the kids in the class were like they told me, like a few of them told me, but it was quite obvious that like I was significantly better than the rest of the class. And so I probably got like an ego about it, but I got really upset when the teacher said that I needed to practice more, I wasn't good enough, blah 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 blah, when it was like, holy shit, why am I getting grilled over this when everyone else like has been praising how good I am? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I quit.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed playing clarinet quite a bit.
And honestly, it sounds okay, so maybe not, but sounds like the teacher was kind of jealous that you caught on to shit so fast.
Maybe.
So,
I don't know, I've had some really bad music teachers.
Yeah, I get that.
I had one that like he, at the beginning of every piano class or whatever, or keyboard or whatever it was supposed to be called, he would present his best student, who wasn't his student. She took private lessons. She learned how to play the piano and was the best out of all of us. But he would present her as like his best student, as if he taught her what she already knows. And so, needless to say, he was one of my worst music teachers ever. We learned music theory with that teacher one time in high school, and the following year we went to Music Theory 2, and that teacher had a really hard time teaching us because the Music Theory 1 teacher didn't really teach us shit and didn't really make us do any homework or anything. So we really were not prepared for Music Theory 2, but we had taken Music Theory 1, so they thought, and it was just like this huge thing. I need 10 of these, and I have 4 of them.
Yeah, 'cause I learned, I was, like, the recorder is the easiest instrument to learn. I learned it in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade? 3rd grade, I think. Yeah. I learned in 3rd grade, the recorder.
Nice. I think that's when I was learning clarinet. We probably got the option for recorders.
I don't know why, but it was mandatory in 3rd grade to have that music class for whatever reason.
Mandatory? That's kind of dope.
Yeah, it was weird.
I just like the idea of, like, I don't know, when I was going to school, you didn't have to learn music, but I think music's so important that it should be. You should have to at least try it, a class of it at some point.
Yeah, because it's an actual thing that you could use. It's an actual,
Like, it helps you learn math and shit. It's, like, applicable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the word. It's an actual applicable thing that you can learn.
Yeah.
Rather than like math. Like all you honestly need to learn is basic math. You don't need to know trigonometry to go through life. Like high school is just a huge babysitting job. It's glorified babysitting. And like preschool through like second grade is the same thing.
Yeah, I think that more so.
Like, so, cause like third grade through like 8th grade, I believe that's all applicable and needed, but the rest of it is just it doesn't. The thing with high school, it doesn't prepare you for life. It prepares you for shit that you don't need to be prepared for. So
now, learning Spanish was kind of important, but let me think. Like,
I don't know a second language.
It's good to learn how to read, but to force it down your throat and then hate reading because of that's definitely not helpful. Yeah. That's what happened to me.
I always wanted to learn a second language, but I never had the chance.
I luckily was raised in a household where we spoke some Spanish, and then I took Spanish classes, so I then learned the grammar to it.
You live in California, or did you?
Well, I live right outside Los Angeles, and I used to live in Los Angeles for my whole life.
I used to live in Stockton.
Where's Stockton?
It's like pretty close to Sacramento.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it used to be a pretty bad like crime crime rated city, basically. So
I'm trying to remember. There's a town around there that's definitely. I don't know how many years ago it was, but it was like the area that we knew is beautiful, but you don't want to stop in because it apparently had really bad crime. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to remember. I mean, I could remember if I heard the name, but I wouldn't be able to be like, oh, I think it was this.
Yeah, I know a tiny bit of Spanish, just enough to curse someone out.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure that's what the Spanish wanted me to do, but it's something I can do. So. It's nighttime on the game. That's interesting.
The nighttime drives me crazy sometimes because it gets so dark. Is it shadow quality down?
You don't know the dark until you played Conan Exiles.
I don't know, man.
Oh,
I played Resident Evil 7
it is pitch black.
And Soma, and there's another one that's like really spooky.
I'm just saying, if the enemies could, like, in the dark and night, right? If you don't have, even if you have a torch, if you're not near like a larger like area of light, they can literally be right in front of you. You won't even see a shadow, and they can kill you. They start hitting. The only reason why you would know they would be hitting you if your health is going down.
Is Conan Exiles the shit? No, there was like 2 MMOs, and then is it a non-MMO Conan game?
It's a survival. It's a survival game.
It's multiplayer though, right?
Yes, it is. It's on server and stuff like that.
Kind of neat. I wanted to play it at one point.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoy it. I don't necessarily enjoy survival games, but I did enjoy that.
I enjoy them to an extent.
Especially
and I'm not like absolutely like I love survival games because they can get way too hardcore for my liking. Conan seemed like it might be a bit too hardcore for me. I've seen people do like base raids or like clan raids or whatever, kind of like Rust stuff, and I've seen people do like really intricate trap base builds or whatever, where they have to like repulse waves of enemies and shit.
Yeah, I have yet to play the online portion, but I did play with a friend. So
For sure.
yeah, we usually do our private servers. One time was not that long ago because it just came out on PlayStation Plus for free. That's why I'm playing it. But like one of the games that we played, like I screwed up my entire sort of server, right? Because I basically gave myself infinite damage almost. Everything was one shot, but nothing could really harm me except for like fall damage. And so I was a god, and everything would fall at my feet. So he was kind of upset at the fact, but he liked going, like, exploring a little bit to see what, like, the world's like. But he was kind of upset because it ruined the experience of a survival game. Because, you know, what are you surviving from?
Yeah. You have to be careful with that kind of shit. I know not to like kill it for myself doing that kind of stuff, or like I'll know how to compartmentalize, like, this is just creative mode to test things or try things or experiment, and this is like proper survival that I've invested time in.
Yeah, and because like every single time I found something new to give myself, so that I would just amp my godhood up. He's like, I was like, Minnie, I'm a god. I'm just like, I can have more. Give me all the power. And he's like, oh, I fucking hate you.
How does it play on console? I know you haven't tried it on PC, but like, how's the general feel of the game?
It feels natural. Like it feels like the binds are exactly what you would expect them to be. Runs pretty smoothly, I guess.
Nice.
If you have like disgusting internet, it's probably not going to be the greatest for you.
Yeah.
You lose health without being hit, basically, because, well, on your screen you won't see it hitting you, but it will be hitting you if you have garbage internet.
Oh, that sucks.
So
yeah,
but if you have okay internet like I do, it runs pretty smoothly. So
for sure. I gotta go grab some.
Mini,
I gotta grab a drink.
He has garbage internet. You got him a drink? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's not fun then. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm back.
That was fast.
Yep. Bridge is like not that far away from me.
You know what I heard, but I know what you said.
What?
Yep, the bridge is not that far away from me.
That's exactly what I said.
You walked over the bridge and got you some water.
No, the water's under the bridge, but you know, same thing.
No, but on the other side of the bridge, there's also a troll that holds the water.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not under the bridge, it's over the bridge, my friend.
Pretty sure the water's under the bridge, and the troll lives on a mini bridge under the main bridge. And he keeps count of who goes over both sides of it.
The troll lives in the sky, so he can keep watch of everybody that's going over the bridge. It's a common misnomer.
Sounds like God to me. I don't like this.
Common mistake. Wow. He just watches everybody that goes over a single bridge. You shall not pass.
I paid my dues. Let me through, troll. I just need water.
The water's under the bridge. Throws him off.
You're gonna kill him like that, trolley. You can't do that. Wait,
Hey, they wanted water. They'll survive. They're thirsty.
Not if it's rapids.
Yeah, well, that's their fault, not mine.
What? The troll's throwing them over.
They
All the
asked for
trolls'
water. I was only trying to help.
Trying to charge him, man. That's fucked up. You exploiting.
Well, this is my bridge. I built it.
Oh, never mind then. I'm sorry. Encroaching others' clearance. Fuck you. Where? What? You know, I'm a little worried that this is not going to look too good.
What do you say?
I'm a little worried that this is not going to look too good. I think I want to change my plans. But
You have to destroy your entire factory.
I got to do it again! I don't know. It fits, it works. It's just a little, I went a little too wide with all the walkways and stuff, and so now it's like taking up way more space than it needs to. But I might be able to just like, if I'm lucky, pull out a couple things and then do like 2 storage next to each other, and then the walkway spaces.
I hope you know you're talking to yourself when you talk about your plans, right?
Whoa, rude. I thought we were having an intimate conversation, okay?
I mean, we are, but it's almost one-sided.
I know, but that's the stream, man. You gotta keep it going. You gotta talk to yourself like a
dream
crazy
alive.
person.
I'm no crazy person. Therefore, I must be talking to someone.
I'm not crazy!
I swear. I'm diagnosed, not crazy. I swear. The papers are here somewhere.
Like Mr. Garrison on the mountain, like, I'm not gay!
There's literally this episode where he goes home and he's mad at his dad because, like, you didn't touch me when I was little. And that's why they're estranged, and he's like, what the hell are you talking about, son?
Fuck. I forgot about that, but I remember, oh my god.
Look at you.
I almost missed South Park. I haven't seen it in so long.
South Park was disgustingly amazing.
Yeah. Alright, this is still fairly modular. We're good. We didn't fuck up. We don't gotta rebuild. We're okay. Wait, no, we still gotta rebuild. Never mind. Damn it. Fuck.
Suck my balls, Mr. Garrison. I said.
Suck my balls, Mr. Garrison. Okay, so I have room for 2 there, so we'll do 2 here. Fuck, my brain hurts. Help. This is just the storage for the project or whatever. God damn.
You know that dubstep karate porn? You listen to that?
I might know of it, but I don't recognize the name.
It's like, well, it sounds like this. It's like Oh, sorry. That's basically the main hook of it.
If I heard a sample of it, I would be able to know, but not just guitar.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause that's it's a very simple melody.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the main hook of it, but yeah, just give me a sec. Let me...
Damn it, this is a mess.
I'll give you a mild sample.
I have them like right next to each other, and then that would allow me to do like a conveyor belt and.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, I can play like the hook to it basically. Yeah, I messed up. But yeah.
Nice.
I didn't bother learning it. Like, the funny thing is, because I learned that on accident. It wasn't even on purpose. I wasn't trying to. It's just I was just messing around one day, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? That sounds similar.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. And I started playing it over and over. I was like, oh, I know what this is. They stole it from me. They were in my mind in the future.
They stole it from me, but before I did it. My head hurts, damn it! It was so perfect, and now I gotta think of a new system.
You ever like come up, like think of an idea, or like you know, just like lyrics to a song, or just literally anything, and then, or just like you say a phrase or something like that, and like you've never heard it or seen it before, just like one day it just pops out of nowhere and it's a thing.
Yeah, I've seen that shit happen with my dad, and I've definitely had things like where I'm like, hey, I made that up, and then I like think about it, and then I'm like, oh, you know what, that's like not really hard to make up, so I'm assuming either somebody heard it from me or somebody else also made it up, or that number of things.
Yeah, like so I have a specific instance, well, one of them anyways. I've had a few, but a specific instance that I vividly remember was 2010, I believe, or 2010, I believe, and I was playing this game called JSRF, Jet Set Radio Future. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but yeah, it was back on Xbox, and there was this, like, you know what it is, right? You know what JSRF is?
Yeah, no, I have like an emulator and a ROM of it.
Yeah.
And I think
basically there's tags in the game, right? Like spray paints and stuff like that. So, one of them was basically like a rag or something, and I called it, I had never heard this before in my entire life up until that point. And I said, you know what that looks like? That looks like an ass wipe. That's literally what I said. And then I started calling one of my brothers an ass wipe. And literally a year later, I started hearing it everywhere.
I'm surprised you didn't hear it before. That's like a thing that's been said since before I was born.
I don't know, like, maybe I heard it when I was a child, but that was the thought that, I don't know. That was the thought that popped in my head that I had never remembered hearing before. But I'm sure it was a thing before, but like at that time I'd never heard that phrase ever that I remember. And there's other specific instances as well, but that was one of the most the ones I remember very vividly. So
I don't know if I can think of any that No, probably not. Too tired anyways to think of shit. I'm trying to do the game, and brain and poops.
Trying to use your brain while your brain is using your brain.
Yeah, man, what the fuck? Stop using my brain. That's my brain.
Paradoxes within paradoxes. When you on Brawlhalla, like there's a game that I talked about before, I think, but Brawlhalla. I don't know if you've played it before, but like there's a game called Brawlhalla. It's like people compare it to Super Smash Brothers, but it's a bit different.
Yeah, I've seen I know Donkey did some videos on it, and it looks pretty dope.
Yeah, and I just lost what I was talking about.
Brawlhalla?
Yes, Brawlhalla, but why did I bring it up? I just lost my train of thought. What were we talking about before that?
Brain poops?
Paradoxes. Okay. Okay. So basically, there's this character called Bodvar, and he's like the poster child of the game. And you've probably seen him before. Blonde hair, green clothes, hammer. And so we always do this like voice for him, and like we always imagine him as like this sort of caveman-esque like voice. It's just like he talks about himself in the third person. It's like you don't only Bodvar beat Bodvar. It's like just stupid stuff like that. And I'm like Bodvar has 3 stages of battle. Stage 1, he is deadly in fear of his opponent, and then stage 2 is Bodvar becomes immune to his opponent, and stage 3 there is no more opponent. and every time we talk like about paradoxes, it's like Bodvar immune to paradoxes. Bodvar is confused by the confusion. Bodvar loses from confusion, and then Bodvar is immune to confusion. And then Bodvar is confused again by the confusion.
Sounds like a Pokemon battle.
It's just freaking just introducing more paradoxes as we go along. just a bunch of dumb shit. It's fun. Only Bodvar beats Bodvar.
Fuck, man, this shit was beautiful. It was too wide. It was way too wide, but it was it was pleasing to the OCD. Everything was the same. It was beautiful. Now I have to and it's too wide in here, but then it's gonna be It's overall less wide, but still, goddamn.
Sometimes I think me and my friend Minnie are literally the same people, because like a lot of the times, like we say the exact same thing like in instances, like, and like even when we're not talking to each other, like I'm on the mic with, like, he has a roommate right now, and I'm on the mic with his roommate because he's, he plays PlayStation as well, and I can hear him in the background. Now I say something, he has no idea I say it, and then he says the exact same thing to the same situation, but just not knowing what I say.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny to listen to, I think.
Wait, do I keep these? I feel like I'm getting tired. What time is it? 10:20?
It's 1:20 here. Holy shit. Oh yeah, you live in California. I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's 3 hours behind. Get with the times, friend.
I'm pissed. I feel like I've basically gotten nothing done.
I probably stayed up too late as it is. I just got my schedule back on.
Yeah, I've sort of got a schedule going, and I'm trying to be like super strict about it because I suck at sleep and I want to get better at it.
Yeah. I suck at sleeping. It's a natural act, and I suck at it. Yeah. No, like I got my schedule back on by an accident though, because I had my my schedule screwed up because I played games too late, and then again I stayed up way longer than I did the night before with my friend playing games, and it fixed my schedule. And I didn't even do it on purpose. I just like, I'm gonna stay up longer. So I played through the day and then went to sleep at like 9 o'clock, and then I woke up at 9 o'clock, and that's been basically what I've been doing the last couple days. And so basically I fixed my schedule and ruined my schedule on accident.
Yeah, I always found fixing sleep to be way easier when I was younger. It's just like, I remember I played Oregon Trails, like, well, that and like Game Tap, I think it was called. It was like a cloud arcade like game thing that was really dope. I just like, I remember playing that all night. Mostly, I think Oregon Trail, just one all-nighter so that I could fix my sleep. Had a lot of fun. Nowadays, I kind of suck. All-nighters are painful.
Yeah, I get super drained sometimes. Like, it's not even just like, I could maybe be up for like 6 hours and I'd be super tired. I can be up for like 20 hours and be just fine. So, well,
like, there's like the initial, I don't know, the 14 to 16 hour window where like it's a normal day and you're not really tired until the end of that like 14-16 hour period, and then you wait like, I don't know, 4 to 6 more hours and you're past that phase, and then you're no longer tired for like another 12 hours or something.
Yeah, I've had that, but I mean, the only time it really happens is if I'm actually having fun at the game. Like, literally the only time I'm not tired after like the 20-hour mark or like, well, like 24-hour mark or whatever, is usually when I'm playing a game with a friend and it's real fun. Like, I'm having fun. So yeah, I don't know, it's just different levels of excitement, and then either I'm tired or I'm not. So it's weird to think you're nine almost, no, yeah, you're like 9 years older than me. I didn't even, like, I actually did not know that.
Do you watch Game Grumps?
Yes, I do. Well, not much anymore.
I find it like a trip that Dan is like 10 plus years older than Aaron, and Dan doesn't seem like he acts like he's not that old. Yeah.
He seems like he's like 20.
They seem like they're the same age,
28.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like 30 something, like he's still like 37.
Yeah, he was like 37-ish, but he's like 40 now.
Holy shit.
Or he just turned 40. They were talking about it for, like, they had Jamie Lee Curtis on as a guest, and it was like about to be Dan's birthday.
There is no freaking way he's 40. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a trip.
Dude, I swear, at max, I thought he was maybe 10 years older than I am. Maybe.
Yeah.
And then you like, at max look like 5 years older than me, but you're not. It's weird.
Yeah, man,
I swear,
it's
Dan
trippy.
barely looks 30. There's no way he's 40.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, get rid of this stupid.
I don't really care for Eagle Raptor. Aaron.
Yeah.
I like Dan. He's pretty cool. I think.
Yeah, I like
I
them
think
both.
Ego Raptor is kind of a whiny little shit.
He definitely is. I don't hate him for it. I think that's just kind of
It's
adorable.
definitely good
funny.
for comedic effect, but
Yeah.
like I wouldn't want to be friends with him in real life. There's just no
Yeah.
fucking way. I love how you just switch over and like you almost accidentally delete a floor, and you're trying to delete. You're looking at a rail to delete the freaking bridge.
Yeah, I've done it a few times where I've like deleted the foundation under me, and then I have to like frantically open up my inventory, double click, get the jetpack on, and then like boost back up to catch myself.
Yeah.
I think I've only died like one time from not doing that fast enough. I've kind of like made it muscle memory or whatever the fuck.
Maybe you shouldn't need muscle memory. Maybe you should need not deleting yourself.
Hey, I can't help it, man. The game doesn't like to decide on things very intuitively, okay?
So what you're saying, it's bad. Ooh, I'm telling you, the developers.
Oh, please don't tell the developers.
It's like they nicely give you keys to the kingdom, and it's like you call it garbage.
They're gonna kill me. Don't tell the developers. I love their game. Their game is flawless. What are you talking about?
I only recently re-downloaded Discord because I couldn't on my other phone because it doesn't have enough space, but now I have a different phone for now, and so I can use it on there, so that's good.
Nice.
And like when I did have Discord, and I actually had Discord for a little bit before I stopped using it for a while, because like before I deleted it for a different app because I couldn't, keep that on there. Like I literally every single day I'd hop back on just to check the free games and beta section on your Discord.
Yeah.
Cause like even now, like ever since I got back on, I've been looking on there constantly. I think the last thing was on there, Satisfactory, but yeah.
There was something we were trying to do. Oh yeah, I wanted to get people for. There's this game called Midnight Ghost Hunt, and I think I posted something there and then we removed it or something. I don't remember. Their bot for keys kind of broke, and then I was gonna play like last weekend, but then I realized or remembered that my bot's not in the proper channel. I realized that they have like an NDA where I'm not supposed to. Well, it's not. I don't know if it's an NDA.
Non-disclosure
It's
agreement,
just.
yeah.
It's not like I don't think I actually signed an NDA, but they've got like an embargo kind of thing where they're like, just please don't, stream this. Please don't record. And I was like, fuck. So I can't play on the weekend because that's when I'm streaming.
Wait, so are you allowed to record content, just not allowed to release it until a certain date?
Yeah. So some developers and people say, like, please don't record anything. Because it like depends on if they just don't want anyone ever seeing the game in that state. But like any NDA I've ever signed has usually stipulated that it's the sharing of recorded content. So it says like just don't do anything, but specifically don't share records to places, don't stream it, don't like that kind of shit, don't screenshot, don't share screenshots in DMs, none of that. Not even like there's like a forum for a beta, let's say, and then you're supposed to discuss features of the beta or whatever that's like a closed beta, and they're like, don't even post screenshots in there, just keep it to what it is.
Yeah, that weird concept kind of well, it's not as weird as what I'm about to bring up, but that weird concept that you can't record it and then like show it after a certain date. It's weird to me, but a weirder concept is literally like I know someone on Twitch that I just started watching again today, because he hasn't streamed in a while. But like I've been followed to him since 2016, and I had no idea. Like I had forgotten, and because he hadn't streamed for so long, and he works for EA. And
you mean like an EA game changer, or he actually works at EA?
He's a developer for EA, and he works on a lot of NBA shit, NBA Live 19, something like that. Yeah. And so his thing is like whatever he owns, like he can't stream any development on any of the games he's working on for them. And even the stuff that he's working on, like everything that he works on personally on his own time, is owned by EA, and he can't stream it or show any, video of it, nothing. Even if it's his own project, even his own shit.
Yeah.
That is a stupid concept to me. I understand that they're under your payroll, but unless you're paying them for that specific thing, unless you're paying them for them making stuff on their own time, which is ridiculous concept in itself, then why aren't they allowed to show their own product rather than them, rather opposed to, showing your product? You know what I mean? Because obviously you can't show there because that's an agreement that you have, but it's weird that that's a concept,
I don't know. It seems like if you have an esports team, you don't want people watching the streamers or the esports players streaming practice matches. They're allowed to like stream themselves doing other games and shit.
Yeah, but again, that falls under my just not understanding, because like if an esport, like they're allowed to stream other games, right? But they're not allowed to stream them playing practice games for that game that they're in esports for, right?
Well, because another esports team could be watching them scrim and be like, hey, this is how they're practicing. Let's counter
I know.
that.
That's what I'm saying. For other games, they're allowed to stream it.
Yeah.
Which is the totally opposite concept of what EA does for their developers that want to work on their own things. Because they say, no, you're not allowed to show your own product, even though this is yours, this is technically ours. Anything that falls under you developing anything falls under it being our product. And you can't show any of it.
Have you ever seen Silicon Valley?
No. But I hear it's a good show.
They have like an explanation kind of in there of like, they have like an incubator, which is basically just everyone is working on their own stuff at this property, and they sign a thing where basically anything that they build or make or whatever on that property, that they live there, and then whatever they happen to come up with there, a percentage of that is going to the owner of the house because it's like an incubator. Or like there's companies where if you're working on property, anything you work on there falls under like the company. There's like, you sign off that the company gets some kind of payoff or whatever for that because you're using the company's resources.
I
at
get
their
that.
office.
Yeah, I get that, but he works on his own time. Like literally, he works on his own time at his house, and he works on like literally on his personal computers. Huh?
He's not at the office streaming or wanting to stream stuff.
Well, he does. Like the thing is, he does go like he goes to a job, an actual job. He goes to I don't know where because it's not like he's gonna tell me, but he works on his own time on his own computer at his own house. So, and he still can't do it. That's, I guess he signed an agreement, a contract, which I understand that it's a contract. But why is my problem is like, if it's his own his own project, his on his own time, not within your jurisdiction, like what is why is that a thing? I think that's a weird underhanded thing that they do, because if something good comes up, they're like, oh, we're just going to capitalize on this because it's our product because it's from our worker, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though it's on their own time, their own dime. So it's just a really weird concept to me.
How the fuck did I get so goddamn tired?
Yeah, me too.
I haven't done anything, god damn it!
It's like 1:36 in the morning right now, so I'm probably gonna head out here soon.
Alright, man.
Yeah. Well, just good to talk to you again, man.
Yeah, have a good night, dude.
Yeah, you too. Later.
Laters. Alright, so we got the storage sorted. How am I gonna send? If I want to send things around, this thing's gonna be an obstacle, and I don't like it. The basic idea of why I decided to do this, it was gonna be running. Instead of running along whatever axis this would be, it would be running like perpendicular to it. The idea was I could like make factories on like 4 quadrants, or just basically 2 sides of my base, and then pipe everything to one side of like the storage situation. Or from the other side of the base, I could pipe it all to the opposite side, and then having like the storage alternated would mean I could basically always have a place to send stuff from one side of the base to the other, and then if I do want to pull stuff out, I could just like, here's a better example, say, yeah, like this one, I could just bring it out to here. This is a sloppy version of how I would make it look, but, and then I could like pipe it back, or I could even like hook up containers to containers if I wanted. But god damn it, I didn't account for how many items I was going to be needing to put into storage, and the fact that it would probably want to be run this direction rather than perpendicular to it. And now I have to deal with this giant rock in the way. I'm pretty sure I can just work around it without too much issue. That kind of messes with the whole thing I was going to build down here. I think this could work. Get enough room to belt one thing over, maybe 2? Like 2 things? And then room to belt like 3+ things. I might even want to like sending things over this would look dumb. think I'll probably just fill it all in. I kind of like the idea of having it open, but... What if I, like... I could just leave it open all the way around. And the way I could send things over from side to side would be... Shit, you know what pisses me off about this? I have everything so spaced out that I'm not going to have everything nearby to my hub, which is kind of the point of most of this. This could work out though. Fuck. If I could get... I mean, I guess I could still... There's still walk space in between. I just like the idea of having the walkways, because it looks clean as fuck. But then I'd probably still have to deal with, like, belts like this, having to go over the walkways. I might get off early so I could fucking not drain myself. I've been noticing, like, every time I do a stream, I have mad bags under my eyes the next day, and I want to be able to do shit tomorrow. I have a lot of shit that I need to do, editing-wise and otherwise. I think I still want to figure out how I want to do this before I get off, though. I've got room to work with, so I don't have to freak out about moving stuff around the rock. I really wish this wasn't clipping, though. Yeah, this is gonna be a massive project. Like, just doing one piece to the whole puzzle is gonna take like a day each, I think. And then after that, I'm probably gonna be spending a couple days trying to make things look pretty. Holy shit. A lot of work cut out. Let's get... Where are these? Wait. This? No clipping, no clipping, no clipping, no clipping, please! Oh, no clipping. Still gonna be freaking out about... What am I gonna get, like... What am I gonna do about this? Do I just make the opening really wide and say fuck it? I think that's what I want to do. This is why I wish I had, like, quarter foundations to work with. Like, one square I would rather work on that size gridded for the whole game than this massive foundation system. Can you attach? Can you snap foundations to walkways? I don't think you can. Okay, so that's another predicament. This is this. I guess it's not the end of the world. I can always cover up some of this if I want, or build things across the top of it. It's like lots of options, so I don't gotta freak out like I tend to do. Also, I might be able to, like... Can I tolerate clipping at this level? I don't know what to do about this. I think I'm getting too tired. Oh shit. Oh, thought I was about to go off the edge. Hold on, I wanna... Never seen my base from behind the base. Oh, fucking shit. Where's my shortcut? That's not a shortcut. I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. I am fucking exhausted, and I almost didn't want to stream today anyways, so whatever. Let's see. Thursday's off. Friday's gonna probably be, want it to be Majora's Mask or Kingdom Hearts 2, because I'm so tired. It's been like, 3 months of not playing Kingdom Hearts 2 because of BS reasons, stupid reasons. But yeah, so we'll see. Normal stream days are Fridays, Saturdays, Wednesdays, and I would like to also bring back Mondays, but we will see. Cancel streams, stream news, things like that you can all find on my Twitter and Instagram if you want to follow that. Also, consider joining the Discord if you want to play games with me or whatever. We got people for games from there sometimes, and what was... My brain is fucking fried, holy shit. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, yeah, please consider. Thanks for the support, the hangouts, the stuffs. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.